Um, for those of you online, could you let me know if you can see my screen and hear me in the chat?
Yes, I can see.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hear.
Cool. Thanks. And we'll get started here in a couple minutes at 1:05. I want to get in here. All righty, we'll go ahead and get started here. So today we are doing scheduling social media through command. So we'll be talking about, the hows and also the resources in command that allow you to schedule that out. And we'll be doing that like for the month ahead. So I am going to sign into command at agent.kw.com. But before that, I am on kwbresources.com because I just want to point out, if you ever would like a one-on-one appointment with anything we discussed today or anything command, you can always go to our internal site, kwbresources.com, and click I need tech help in the top right corner to make an appointment. Anytime, we're happy to help. Also on this page, I do want to point out under Tech Resources and Tech Tuesdays calendar. Here are our upcoming trainings. So if you want to know what we're going to be going over, as well as for today's class, I know it's not the command overview, but if you click on these notes, it does have some great resources, including this section here of setting up your business accounts. Because what we'll be going over today is scheduling social media, but they do all have to be business accounts. So whether that be through Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, they have to be business accounts in order to run ads as well as scheduled through command. So you're never scheduling to your personal profile on Facebook. It's always to your business page. Does anyone not have a Facebook business account? That's what we'll be focusing on today, Facebook business. Oh, well, that's okay. This is what this class is for. So yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I'll talk about best practices for sure, because with your Facebook, you're always going to get way more engagement on your personal side than your business page. Because even if you invite every single friend that you have on your personal side, only a percentage are going to come to your business side to even see those posts. Now, it is so important to have a business Facebook page for credibility because of the SEO power of Facebook. When someone searches you up on Google, your Facebook business page will be one of the first things that appears on top. So not your personal, your actual business page. As well as it does really brand you as a business instead of like a person doing real estate. So we do recommend posting and your Facebook business page is where you can really be posting all your business stuff and not really worrying about inundating your sphere with, just listed, just sold kind of deal. Because you can post it all on your Facebook business page and then share over a few items to your personal page to, one, remind your sphere that you're in real estate, but as well as push traffic to that page. And I'll show you that as well. You do not have to. I was just going to show how you can create a Facebook business page if you do not have one already. Great. So if you do not have a Facebook business page, you can go over to Pages on the left-hand side. And then you can click Create New Page. So it's going to be Pages and Create New Page. And this is going to be under your personal Facebook account. So you sign into Facebook like normal. And again, you go to Pages and Create New Page. And it's going to just ask like your business name and your contact information. Very straightforward, nothing too crazy. Also, I just want to point out how I was talking about how you can share things from your business page to your personal page. In order to do that, let me move this down. So I am viewing my business page as my personal profile. So like I could click to switch to view it as my business page. But right now I am viewing it as my personal self. So because of that, I am able to click this share icon and click share now in order to share that to my personal sites. So everyone could see that. Great pictures of that meeting. All right. So once you have your business page created, let's go ahead and sign into Command. And I do also want to just note that, social media is, of course, a great channel to do marketing on, but it's not the only channel because, we'll have agents that are like, oh, well, if I'm not good at social media, I won't do business in real estate. Definitely not the case. There's so many channels and really social media is hitting a portion of that channel. So it's, of course, great to be posting on it, but I just wouldn't be like too stressed if you're not like a social media guru or anything. So if you could click your name in the top right corner and go down to settings. Your page may look a little different. I do have my connected apps up top, but this is the one that we'll want to, for today's class, especially be sure is connected up. So Facebook post scheduling, if it's not connected up, it should say connect account on the right-hand side, where all you would have to do is sign into Facebook in order to connect that up. Sorry? Yeah, feel free. Yeah, feel free. If it's not connected, go ahead and do that and let me know if you have any obstacles on that. Other than that, so there is the ability to post schedule posts for Instagram and Twitter too. And you would just have to connect those up separately. We'll be focusing on Facebook today, though. Are you looking for settings? Yes. Top, your name, top right, and then settings. Perfect. Anybody else have questions? Good. All right. So yes, we'll focus on Facebook today. Instagram and Twitter are also great platforms. Did want to just mention LinkedIn as well. Having just a LinkedIn profile for credibility sakes, not necessarily going to post on LinkedIn, but just having a profile just in case anyone from the corporate world is looking you up. That's usually their main platform that they use. So just having an account there, nothing that you can do in Command for that though. So what we'll be doing today is kind of a workshop based. So we're going to be scheduling out 4 posts today. So once a week. And so recommended, the frequency that you're supposed to be posting on social media very much varies per platform. Like TikTok, for example, wants you to post like 5 times a day versus like, yeah, it's ridiculous. And but like Facebook, that's a lot. It can be more like 3 times a day or 3 times a week. Sorry. But of course, there's always going to be social media like gurus being like post every day because that's what social media wants you to do. But is that practical for your business and for your sake? Not necessarily in your time. So I would recommend, especially if you're just getting started with social media, maybe focus on 2 posts a week on your business page. And right, you can be sharing those to your personal page to drive traffic there. But 2 posts, so one of those posts per week we'll be doing together. And those are like real estate, giving them real estate value, real estate knowledge, reminding them you're in real estate. And then the other posts, I would recommend you guys going to post just one time, like a week, of something that you're doing. If you're at an open house, you have signs that if you're at a class, anything that you're doing in your personal life that's still relevant to real estate, because that's going to honestly perform a lot better than these more generic like holiday posts or something like that. People like to see you and they engage the most with what you're actually doing in your day-to-day life. So we'll be doing 4 social post scheduling, and then those weeks, maybe give it a goal to yourself just to post 1 extra time to really boost that content. Now, one of the coolest like little tips for social posting in Command, I'm going to go to the campaign section, which is this megaphone icon on the left-hand toolbar. And as we're still learning Command, we can click the red KW in the top left to expand those out so we can really see what they are. And again, I'm going to campaigns for this first scheduling that we're doing. Did you have any, or were you able to connect your Facebook account to the settings, or did you have any issues with the, oh, great. All right, so on this dashboard, in the campaigns dashboard, you'll see these quick posts pop up right away. So great, if you don't know what to post, one time, if you're just not sure, Command actually gives you suggestions on what you can post with an image as well as a caption already ready for you. So one, you could go ahead and use those. You can click shuffle in the top right to change these 2 on the right side if you don't like those. So they have different options in here. Whichever one you're wanting to use. One has a bad joke, so let's do that. You can click this share icon in the bottom right of these posts. And that's going to push you right into the scheduling dashboard. Right, it already has my business page up at top. It filled in the text for me. Of course, feel free to update that if you want to make it sound more like you, or add your contact info. Compliance-wise, the DBA logo is only needed for listing posts. And just I think I have compliance on this page. I do not. But there is a compliance sheet for marketing I can share with you if you'd like to. But it says on there that really the logo is only required for listings. So you can include it if you want, the backing of KW on that post, but it's not required compliance-wise. And then it's as easy as this final section here as scheduling that out for a certain date and time. So if I want to schedule that for, let's say, Tuesday at 11 a.m. Everything looks great. I can simply click schedule post. And that will be scheduled out right away or on that date. Now, as you are going to create these posts, you'll really want to start utilizing the social post dashboard. So under campaigns, when we click on campaigns here, it always defaults to this main dashboard. But if we click over to social posts, we can really see everything that we have going for our schedule posts. So this is a week view, but we can also change that on the far right side to see it as a month view. And you'll see that post that I scheduled for next week is right there. So I can, be aware of what's already posted, what's already going for me. So maybe this week on Thursday, I'll post something about a class I attended at KW. Other than that, also one of the other cool social posts, I think, is this video one. I've showed it before, but in case you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. So it's also on the dashboard. So if we click campaigns, this neighborhood video, we can click the share icon in the bottom right. And you can type in any neighborhood, like maybe one that you're farming or maybe your neighborhood, both. And select it. Click next. So all this information is pulling from Nextdoor, so it should be accurate information. Of course, feel free to update it. You do have the opportunity to do so. Your agent information is all pulling from the marketing profile. Pretty sure this is too long. And then I see a wrong number 2. So making sure that all the information is correct. The market center information should be pulling from the marketing profile as well. And then if we click next, it's going to generate this pretty cool little graphic. Hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah, so those stats, feel free to change. They are pulling from Nextdoor. So how often they update it, the MLS would probably be more accurate. So yeah, feel free to update those numbers for sure. So I'm going to click play. Hopefully it's the volume. Okay, that's not too bad. And this is the little video it created. And all I did was type in a neighborhood name. That's a lot. Jeez. So yeah, pretty cute little video it creates for you, and pretty simple to create. And all I have to do is click save and post video, and it's going to push me right into that same setup where we can add text, like who lives in, yeah. And you can post that out. Now, I will touch on scheduling with these videos are not as like, I don't know the word for it, because when you create these videos, it's at the time that you create it that's pulling those stats. So in regards to scheduling these out, I wouldn't recommend that. I would more do that in a when you want to basis. So just a heads up there. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this as a draft because I want to show you where you can access your drafts as well. So anytime that you create a post and you're not maybe ready to post it quite yet, you can save it as a draft. And when you come into campaigns, and we're under the dashboard by default, we can come to our social posts. Yep, and it may default on live and scheduled posts for you, but you can always switch that over to draft posts. And then click the 3 dots in the bottom right to edit it. So you can start drafting things here, content-wise. All right, so other than that, let's talk about, let's bring in the design section here. So there's also some social design templates available in Command as well. So in order to access our social designs, we're going to go to this design section. And now this may not look the same as yours. These are my current designs that I've created. So if it's blank, no worries, we're going to create one. We're going to do that by clicking Create Design in the top right. And because this is for social media, we're going to click Social and Continue. And that's going to bring us into WeBrand that has a ton of great templates. So for one, I do want to point out this left-hand toolbar has a bunch of categories to use. So like listings, for example, in regards to marketing listings, you can market other KWB realtors listings as long as you have an agreement with them. Sabra has the form that you have to fill out for that. So if you do want to like maybe promote a listing with these social designs, just a heads up, you can do it with other KWB realtors. I think so. That's what I think. I'm not quite sure though. I think, yeah, it's for each like agreement. I think what it's just like in case it goes like under contract and you have to make sure you're on top of that so you don't market it as active. For today, I was going to utilize a holiday post. So under holiday, and I think holiday is a really great one for like your scheduling social media because it's all, date-based, it's all in advance. So really, if you want to do that for like, not to be crazy, but the full year, you really could. But for this month, we can click on holiday and click on the month we're in. And then all these great templates for this month will show up. Time to spring forward, all the fun ones. So I like the St. Patrick's Day one. I think that's the one I'll do. Oh, and at the top here, so when I clicked on that, you can also change like the size or like filter by sizes. And Social Square works best for Facebook and Instagram purposes. So I do like to filter by that. And then just clicking on it or clicking use in the top right will open that up for us to edit. So it's pretty much already done except this DBA name. Now, again, compliance-wise, we don't need one unless it's a listing. But just to show you in general, because all the designs will have this DBA logo, because at most market centers, it is for compliance. If we click on the logo, this menu will automatically like shift us to the logo section. And then we can click on My Assets. And if you're clicked on the logo first, you'll be able to see this icon to replace it so that you don't have to go in and resize it. You can always just click on it too and click and drag that around using the corners to resize that. The two options, but I think it's a lot easier to replace it. Again, you can always like move it to the bottom right if you want. Now, these designs are able to be like pulled through that social scheduling setup. But I have seen like at times it can be like a timing issue where it takes like an hour for command to like see this design. So kind of as a workaround or just in case this happens to you, I always just like to download the design here as well. So if you go up to download and change it to JPEG, because JPEG is best for social sharing, and then click download. That's going to save it on our computer. Just in case that command's not seeing this design right away, I can always pull that in. So let's click done to bring us back to commands designs. So you'll see that's here now in my designs library. In order to schedule this out, we're going to go back to the campaign section. And let's just view our social post dashboard so that we can see like upcoming posts in case we had any coming up. And then we can just click create campaign in the top right. And we want to do this as a social post, not as a social ad, which is a paid feature. This is a social post. And then we can put in our content. So we can put in the text, Happy St. Patty's Day. And then this like picture add media, it's like right next to the smiley face for emojis. So you can browse your designs and let's see if it works. I click it. Sometimes it gives me like a message up top saying it's not quite ready yet. Oh, that worked. Ooh. Well, maybe. Great. Perfect. So we can crop this image and it's perfect because it's a square already. And I added that right in. Now, just a heads up, if it did give you that like message up top that it's not ready yet, you could instead just browse files. And since we downloaded that on our computer, we could grab it from here too, and it would do the exact same thing. Of course, browsing designs makes it a lot easier. Then we can just leave this part alone because we already added that logo anyway. And then we can schedule this out. So let's schedule it for the 17th at 10 a.m. is perfect. And schedule post. Awesome. And then, yeah, I always like to, when I schedule things out, I always like to view the month ahead, just giving me back a sense of where I need to go next. So the first 2 weeks are done. Now I'm looking at the third week here. For the third post, I'm going to go back into designs. And I'm going to go back up to create design and social to bring me back to those templates to see more. Anybody have any questions so far? Sounding okay, nice. Yeah, and always, of course, feel free to book an appointment. We could schedule together too. So for this next one, there's a few things, I mean, you could do for this. I think it's under, yep, lead generation and I Heart KW. There's a great, there's some good templates under lead generation in general, just like as generic posts. But a common one that is posted out is the I'm making a move to KW post. If you're not, if you're not just making a move to here, you can utilize any of the other posts as well. Feel free. Oh, that's cute. I'm going to use this I'm making a move post, but again, if that's not, that doesn't fit you, feel free to use any of these. So first and foremost, I like to change the logo so I don't forget. So I click on the logo, go over to my assets and replace it. All right. Then with the image, same kind of deal. I always, anytime I'm changing an image in designs, I always click the image first. Because one, it brings me right to my images dashboard. Now, my headshot is under my assets because it should be pulling from the marketing profile. But in case you didn't have a headshot when you started, you can always click add as well and search for your headshot in your on your computer. This will open up that finder. But clicking that replace image will put me right in there. And with text on designs, so single clicking on it will allow you to change things like the font, the size of the font. If I want this like a little bigger, oh, that made it smaller. Goodness. And then if this happens, you can always utilize like the sides of that text box in order to expand it out. And again, single clicking on it is allowing me to change the format of it. So I could even change the color of it if I wanted to. Double clicking in it will allow me to change the actual text of the text box. Does that make sense with the designs? So if that looks good, again, I always download in case I stumble upon that on the social scheduling. But I can click done in the top right. We move back to command. And then same steps. We're going to go to campaigns. We can go up to create campaign in the top right and social post. Now for the I'm making a move, I do like to phrase it just a little away from being a new agent and branding that way. So like saying something like I partnered with KW to provide you the top real estate resources in the industry. It's kind of feels so it's not like a new agent. So, oh. Oh. I'm at the hardest time with this keyboard. All right. Something like that. And then we can click the add media icon. So again, pull that from our design section. Oh, see, that's what, yeah, see, select design not ready to use. Please try again in a few moments. I've like seen that could take like 5 to 10 minutes usually, but it has seen some timing issues on that. So instead I can click browse files since I saved that on my computer. And do it the exact same way. So I can crop the image and that's going to add it right in. So either way works. Nope. Right at my year anniversary, just see ya. And then we can again schedule that out for, let's say, that Monday. Let me just fix this. There we go. And we can do 9 a.m. And you know, one thing with social media, everyone's audience is very different. So trial and error is actually just so important with social media. So testing out different times, testing out different using emojis in the captions versus not, like things like that, and just trial and error and see what performs best, and then seeing what performs best and kind of copying it, seeing, you know, just redoing that. So I'm going to click schedule post and schedule that out. All right, the last social post example I'm going to do is from our website. So there's a few things we can do from our website. And to easily find our link, we can go to the consumer section, which is that last icon on the left-hand toolbar. And our command website URL will appear right on top, so we can click on that to open it up. So there's a couple things you could share. Like when your website is set up, by default, you have the company profile, like about Keller Williams, you have about me, and then you have the contact us page. Just a heads up, and I'll write this on the board. Well, I'll write it over there. You can email support@scottleroymarketing.com, and they can add 8 free pages to your site just to make it a bit more of a resource for your clients. So it's support@scottleroymarketing.com. I can like show you these pages that they add. So it's things like a mortgage calculator on your site. They can add this local school search, which I think is pretty cool, so that they can search for schools. They can add testimonials if you have any. And then actually these are like some test pages that I've been doing. But yeah, feel free to reach out to them to optimize your site to the max. And then in general, so if you do get a local school search page, for example, we can just take this URL and post it onto social media and say, hey, I've got a great resource for you if you would like to search for schools regarding like around your home. or if you're searching for a new home. You could also take the About Me page. Say, hey, just made a move to KW. Here's a page to learn more about me and how I can help you with your real estate needs. Also, you could do a search on your website and post that as well. So that's what we'll do as an example today. So if we go just back to our home page, we'll find the search feature. And this search feature is fantastic. It has the ability to search all across the country, so not just our local MLS. And it has the ability to search by school district, by zip code, neighborhood. So it really allows you to search for quite a few things. So for example, if you wanted to do a social post about maybe Weddington Element or high school district, you could make that search. And we're going to use this URL. So I'm going to go back in a different tab. I don't know if that opened a new tab. I should have opened a new tab for you too. So jumping back to the command tab. Let's go set up that social post so that we can put that URL in there. So we're going to go to campaigns. We're going to click create campaign in the top right and social post, same steps. And then I can put in like interested in homes in Weddington School District. Here's a full list. And then I can take that URL. So I can like go and copy it and paste it into here. So it will hyperlink that to your website. So when they click on it, that it's going to take them to see this full list of homes in the Weddington School District. Now it will just have your profile picture because it's like pulling from your website's headshot. If you wanted to add like a stock image instead, to like change it up a little bit, there are sites like, for example, Pexels.com. And these are all stock images that you can use for free without worrying about copyright. So I can just put in like luxury home. And kind of try to find one that would look like in Weddington School District. This could be, and just click download, that little download icon, and that will download onto your computer. And then we can go back to our social post editor and click to add media and browse our files for that downloaded image. So that will make it like look a little more like a Weddington. If they click on there, that would bring them to the home kind of deal. Now, there are just, there's so many searches that you can do on your website. So it doesn't have to be by school district. If you wanted to do like farming a neighborhood, or I mean, even Charlotte in general, if you want to do the city, click on Charlotte NC. Then let's say, for instance, we want to share a link that under more, we can choose open houses only. So we want to share all the open houses for this weekend. Here's a full list of all, you have no weekend plans. Here's a full list of open houses to tour. And right, we're just making this filter, and we're taking this link and copying it and pasting it into a post so that they can search your website for more homes too. You can also do, okay, not open house. Here are homes in Charlotte that have a price reduction in the past 7 days. That's a good filter as well. Like, I would like to see that. Or, you know, summer is approaching. Here are the top homes with pools in Charlotte. You know, really get creative with this. It can, and these you can schedule out in advance because these are dynamic links. So like if you go schedule this out, that link will always update to what's actually live right now. So I really like these website searches and posting them, because it also provides a lot of value to your sphere as well, and puts them in the front seat of being able to search as well.
Is it possible to schedule out like a recurring post? So for instance, new homes with pools and all the others that you just referenced, so that periodically they'll just repost, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's not a way to set up recurring posts, but if instead, like, you on the first of the month and you blocked off and you did this like every Friday, you scheduled this out every Friday for like the month, then it would at least be off your mental load. But yeah, in regards to like an auto feature, no, unfortunately not.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Good question. Yeah. Any other questions on this? All right. So yeah, I'm just going to come back here and just finish this up by scheduling it for the last week of March. I'll try Wednesday to see how that engagement does. And I'll try it at noon. Again, just to trial some things out and schedule post. And again, I'm going to switch to this week view to month and go over to March so that I can see all the social posts I have already now scheduled out for the next month. I don't even have to worry about. So that is in regards to scheduling out social media posts in Command. If you have any questions of that, of course, feel free to book appointments. I did want to make some notes about other social media tools. For example, video marketing, and just how powerful that is right now. Usually when we say that, agents tend to cringe because they don't like videos very much. But it is very powerful, and it's for lots of reasons. One, it's unsaturated by those agents that are scared to do it. Also, it's very much being pushed on all social media platforms right now. Because TikTok has come about and taken market share from all these other social media companies. Instagram, Facebook, they're all trying to compete with TikTok. So that's why you see Reels now. And Reels are getting majorly pushed because they want to steal market share back from TikTok. So posting out videos is really powerful right now, like a marketing strategy. It also does more than that, of course, too. It forms a connection with people without you even having to call them on the phone. You know, it forms that connection, kind of like when you watch a TV show and by the end you feel like you know them because you made that connection through a video. And it forms a lot of trust as well, which is huge, of course, for real estate. In regards to like strategies with your videos, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Even if you just like started doing one once every other week or something like that, and making it short and sweet. Really, those perform best on social media. The shorter, the better, because social media pushes videos based off rewatchability and shares. So that means if somebody watches your 15-second video twice, that will perform better than a 30-second video that was watched once. So shorter videos will perform better, not to mention everyone's attention spans are just so, down. Yes. Right, you just swipe right through. So, those short videos do perform the best. Of course, it's hard to fit a lot of information in when it's so short. So if it is a longer video, having things like a hook at the beginning, like the top 3 reasons why you should sell your house right now, or the 3 mistakes every seller makes when making a house. So something right at the beginning why I should stay. And then closing it always with a call to action. So they know, is it that you want more followers? Is it that they want to call you? Just making sure you're clear with your call to action in your videos. It's really great to post videos onto YouTube because Google owns YouTube, the power of SEO. If anyone searches, when you do a Google search, you might notice videos appear, or YouTube videos usually appear at the top. And it's because Google owns YouTube, so they're trying to push it there. So that's why it's so powerful for SEO and to post it on YouTube so that you can appear on the top of Google.
my second Instagram post. The top 3 things about and see the rest on YouTube or YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the strategy of like having, if you do like longer form videos, those are great for YouTube. Long form videos perform great on YouTube. And then taking snippets, like special parts from that video and putting those on social media and saying, go back to my YouTube to see the full thing is a really, really good strategy. I really like that. And if you're like wondering, what videos should I be posting? So one thing that we do with our clients is we have answerthepublic.com, and it's a website that tells you the most Googled question at this moment. So you can, if you go to answerthepublic.com, it will say like, what category? And if you put in real estate, it will show you the top real estate questions right now. And then if you just wanted to put your phone up and have a quick 60-second video, just answering that question, something you already know anyway. And then entitling the video, the exact question, that means anytime someone Googles that question, the most Googled real estate question, your video is going to show up first. Answerthepublic.com. Yeah, it's a great resource. That's exactly, and if you don't know what the posts talk about, yeah, content. Other than that, if you go to an open house, doing a video at an open house, and I'm not talking about like doing just where you walk through the whole house and you like show everything. More so like, these are my top 3 features of this open house, and showing very quick, little snippets of the features. Or even, a week in the life of a real estate agent, like trainings that you're going to, like videotaping those and posting them. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can just be in your regular life too. Lastly, in regards to social media, engaging with others is a huge way to build connections. And it's also a huge way for other people to see your posts. Because the thing about social media and the algorithm is it's kind of the chicken or the egg, because people can't see your post unless they've liked it in the past. So like, how the algorithm now, you don't even see things chronologically, you just see who you interact with. Well, the problem is if they've never liked or seen your post, they're not going to, your post won't display. But how do you get someone to like your posts if they don't see it? So engaging with others is a great way to do that. So that means like the goal usually is 5 people a day to go friend 5 people a day on Facebook. And that's like mutual friends. So you go to your friends and you see they posted a picture with someone that you're not friends with, go friend them. And 5 people a day is that number that they recommend. And then also just time blocking like 5 to 10 minutes of your day to just go like and comment on people's posts. Like commenting, or even like if you see their story and swiping up and leaving an emoji, it doesn't even have to be something like a crazy interaction. It could be something as small as an emoji, but it gives the impression of you, but also it forms that connection. I always like when someone I haven't talked to since high school, like comments something nice. I'm like, oh, like, like that really does rebuild that connection if you haven't talked to them.
I've been doing that for years, always commenting on people's stuff and liking it.
Yeah.
It's not always as reciprocal as you might think.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, some people are really sweet and everything. And I just thought, oh, I'm in contact with these people already. I found it really easy to call them. And sometimes I don't have all their numbers, but definitely I can shoot them out some jerk.
Right. Well, that's good. And I bet like you commenting had, kept that connection going, Yeah. So like that was great for your relationship with them. So I do like the idea of like really taking 5, even if it's 5 minutes a day, just going to comment or comment on anybody's posts and just remind them that you're there, you exist. So that, you comment and then someone clicks on your page and they're like, oh, you're in real estate, or one of their mutual friends. It's like, who is that? And they see you're in real estate. So there's a lot of power of putting yourself out there, which I know is not always fun. All right. Any questions on all the things we talked about today? No, it was a lot.
connecting to Facebook. The account to Facebook or anything like that?
Oh, anyone had a problem with it?
You didn't do it yet?
Oh, yeah.
Schedule for post.
Yeah, I don't do it personally because.
We do it social media, but I think you are connected. Yes, we do. I think you are connected up. Yeah, if anyone has any issues like with the connection part, let me know. I can like sort it out right now too. Any other questions on command in general as a whole? Doesn't even have to be on social media.
Well,
Yeah, hit me.
so, I did, bridal show recently. You know, I've made wedding cakes in the past.
Yes.
And I've got a list of 79 brides getting a little moldy, sitting there for about a month.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I wrote to the ones that came by and said, oh yeah, let's talk, mostly about their cake. But I did get the overall list of the people who came.
You got their emails and phone numbers or just emails?
Right, definitely the emails. I
Nice.
don't recall if they collected the phone. numbers, but I have
Okay.
it. I came to you about that, but I'm still stuck on. Anyways.
What, are they not in command? Or no,
No,
they're
I-
in
I-
command, but you were,
Let's say it's a Google spreadsheet, so we can download those.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily know. I mean, unless they give me. It seems like command can get full of people you just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's what your contact section, I mean, can be for you, is kind of like a dumping ground for your contacts of the people you know. And then that's when you have meaningful conversations about real estate, that's when you put them on an opportunity pipeline. So you know that they're serious. But I personally, I mean, for having as many contacts in your database so that if the opportunity presents itself to market to them, you can. So that, you know, even if you set them up on, oh, and I can show, I don't know if anyone was in team meeting today, but Leah talked about the Kimber Walton Smart Plan. Yeah, let me show you that. It's pretty cool because yeah, we get asked all the time, like just wanting a more generic newsletter that's just like sent once a month, like just with, you know, because like usually we like to suggest a monthly neighborhood nurture one,
Yes.
but that one you have to have a neighborhood and an email. So this one, you just need an email because it's an email. We're gonna go to Smart Plans and Library to search for that. Oh, sorry, under Smart Plans. Smart Plans, and then it's gonna default on My Smart Plans. And then Library. And then in that search bar, search Kimber, K-I-M-B-E-R, Walton. Yes, and there's 3 parts, and I would recommend downloading all 3 parts. And if you download like part 1, it's going to make you download all the parts. And what's cool about it, so it's a full 270, like it's a full 36 touch. And what happens is like for part 1, the last step of the part 1 is to automatically add them to part 2. And the last step of part 2 is to automatically add them to part 3. And then the last step of part 3 is a task reminder to go re-add them to part 1. So you're not going to have to do anything for 270 days, but you will eventually need to like re-add them to the Smart Plan. And just to show you what that is, so once you add them, they're going to display under My Smart Plans. And hold on, I just got to find it. The 30s or the 36 Carolina Touch. Yeah, this is more of like that one's yeah, that one's the different, that one reminds you to go update the contact information and then sets them up on, instead of like a generic monthly touch, it's actually like a custom touch to them because it's based off their like location. So it's a little more valuable, but this one is more so if like you just have their email and like you don't have any more contact information on them, you can like throw them onto more generic like kind of plan. And I can click that pencil icon to the far right of the name to open it up to see what's in there. And then you'll see these designs. So if I click those 3 dots on the design and click to preview design, that's going to show me like what that is. So this is 4 frequently asked buyer questions. And super generic, and this information right here pulls your information. So you don't even have to worry about updating a single thing, right? This is already ready for you. And the next one is like, what's my home worth, I think, this month. Ever wonder what your house might sell for? Like, reach out. Yeah, so it's a good generic one that, in case you're looking for that. And to go through the steps of adding contacts to a smart plan, I'd recommend doing that through the contact section. You can do that in bigger quantities from the contact section. You can also like filter by a tag from here if you wanted to. But you can show up to 500 contacts at a time by clicking show on like 1 of 10 here and going to 500. And then I can click the top checkbox to select all. And once I select a single checkbox, this select bulk action will appear so that I can add them to a smart plan in bulk, like in 500 contacts at a time if I wanted to. Yeah, so that's a good like smart plan to have. It's a good like reminder that you're in real estate there. Any questions on that? Yeah, nice. I also, let's see if it's in my account. There's been a lot of really cool updates in Command since family reunion, and they're kind of trickling in everybody's account. But I'm gonna see if this one's in here because it's really cool. Ah, it is. Okay, this is really cool, but I need to do like way more research, but like I just want to like show you guys this exists. So I'm under my name and I'm under settings. And then I'm under command settings and contacts. And this lead management is brand new. It's pretty cool. So it allows you, so in the past, Facebook ads were the only feature or tool in Command that allowed you to auto tag and auto add them to a smart plan. So meaning like if you ran a Facebook ad, once they clicked on it, they could be automatically set up on a smart plan, like to receive an email, like, hey, thanks for looking at my ad kind of deal. Well, now Command has the opportunity to do this from multiple lead sources. So for example, you could set up a rule where if a lead comes in from your website, they are automatically started on a smart plan like the Kimber Walton one, so that they automatically just start receiving monthly emails from you and you don't have to do anything. Or you could set up even a custom smart plan that is like specifically for website leads. That is like, hey, thanks for reaching out on my website. Here's an app if you want to search for homes on the go. And then like a few days go by and then it even gives you a call reminder to go call that contact. A few more days go by and you send another email with more information. So this really automates, this has the ability to automate your lead follow-up so that you have to do literally nothing when a lead comes in, which is so cool. I've been wanting this for so long. And we'll probably literally do a whole class on this. It's just so new, like it came out this week, but I just wanted you guys to know because I get excited. That was on, so this is under settings again. So we're going up to our name in the top right in settings. And then command settings on the left-hand side. And then contacts. And then lead management. Do you have that? Yeah, cool. I'm glad everyone has this feature. That means it's like really, it's happening. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do a full class on this, but just to give you a heads up that this is coming and this will change your follow-up like game, like it's crazy. Fun stuff. Okay, well, it's 2 o'clock. That is all for today. If you have any questions, feel free to, of course, stick around and I can answer any of them. But if not, feel free to have a great rest of your day. And thanks for everyone who came online as well.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks.